Mr. Iqbal, I've already informed Mr. Shekhar he will be joining soon.
Okay.
Hello,
Yes, Mr. Shekhar.
Iqbal. Yeah, you came late.
Yeah, actually, I'm outside.
Uh-huh.
So just right now, I reach home.
Okay. So Saturday, anyway, you are free at evening only, yeah?
Sorry, Saturday.
Huh?
Yeah,
Okay. So how about morning, 6 to 7, like that? Are you
six to
okay?
seven. 6 to 7 is 7. I can, but it's too early.
6 earlier.
Uh,
Okay. Then evening will be
will,
better. No?
yeah, evening is okay.
Okay. Mm,
Tomorrow, if you're free in morning, you can.
yeah, that tomorrow, after second half we will try. Anyway, first we close today. So I'm sharing my screen. Wait.
Mr. Shekhar, Mr. Iqbal has a concern that he wants you, if he is stuck in something in a real-time error, then he want to have a help and assistance from you. So, what would be the medium for that? Can you suggest us and can you guide us?
Yeah, Irfan, come again. Some echo actually. I'm not getting you.
I think I'm not audible, right?
No, no.
Yeah.
Actually, in the first class, as you told, and that is also requirement. Actually, like when I doing practice and there is some issues there. So that time I need to your assistant.
Okay.
So how to communicate with you? That is the concern.
Mhm. Okay. In what time you are when you trying to do this
No, no,
process?
actually, I think just what I think like WhatsApp. If you're free, then okay. If you are
Yeah.
busy and don't disturb you,
Yeah.
okay. First, I ask if you're free and if you can, then
So
sometime what happened, maybe
yeah.
some issues there and I make some screenshot of some query and send to you
Correct.
WhatsApp.
Mhm.
When you free, just reply. Then like one platform need to be communicate for
Okay.
communication.
Or else in the next day when okay, that is also too long, right? Anyway, we are meeting a week one day and a weekend completely recovering. So better. So can you communicate through mail? Okay.
How about Mr. Shekhar, if we do, for the first initial
Because see, in the weekdays it is difficult me to respond.
Hmm.
yes,
Okay. Even after 8 or 9, then you may not there in front of the system, Iqbal.
No,
So
in night, no issue. I
no
can
issue.
I can use that
Mr.
time
Iqbal,
also.
how about when you stuck with some errors or you just take a screenshot and when the session begins, first few minutes of the session we will start with
Discuss on that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's also okay.
resolving the errors and then we can resume the topic of
Hmm.
current session.
Is it
No, no,
okay?
actually, what happened? Sometime I face this issue, and when somewhere you stuck and you cannot come out, then
Yeah, you
the
cannot
whole
proceed
yeah.
further. So, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now tell me what is the present issues you are facing, Iqbal?
See,
You
today
know
I
down.
never do any
Okay.
practice because from morning I'm outside. Right, just now I came home.
Okay. Anything you noted down?
So I just make everyday practice
Yeah,
like
yeah. You
from
please, you
work,
do
work
that.
center. work center and creation these things.
Correct. The
Yesterday,
practice is
yesterday,
important. Yeah.
yesterday I make this one also, like work center directly, just that I
Without
asked you
copying.
yesterday, na,
Hmm.
without copying that I do and everything.
Okay. Fine. Then there are the option. One is you can note it down, whatever that issue you are facing. Note it the screenshot. You keep it or immediate means that's what we. I cannot assure you right now.
Mhm.
Anyway, you have to note it down. You send across to. We'll see how because it is all depends on how you are practicing.
So
How much? Huh?
you are in this SAP group batch SAP PP,
Okay, Irfan is
Mr.
created,
Irfan.
right?
Yes.
Can you add Mr. Shikhar to the this batch WhatsApp
Oh,
group?
okay, okay. I will just raise the concern to the admin of the group because I'm not the admin, I think. So I will let the concern to be known to the admin. And for sure, he will add Mr. Shekhar.
Okay.
Okay, fine. That will
Okay,
resolve.
no problem.
Yeah. If anything right now you have an issue, just you tell me. Else we'll start.
I will,
No.
I will, I will let the admin know about this, Mr. Iqbal. As
Mm-hmm.
soon as he or she will add Mr. Shekhar.
Your voice is echoing.
Yeah, you can actually.
It's echoing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. There might be some problem with my mic.
Okay. I'm presenting my screen.
Okay,
That's
okay.
why. Okay. So till now, is it my screen is appearing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We covered SAP overviews and master data. So master data which contains organization structure, material master, bill of material, work center, and routing. Okay. Even production version as well. Production version. So
Yeah,
today
today we
we
start with the production version.
production version completed, na?
No, just overview, no, last class because
No, I completed and done that production version.
there's no time. 15 minutes only. We just
That is
go
simple,
through.
right? I can go again, no issue.
Mhm.
Just go through that. So, do you remember any T code for production version? If you recall, no. Okay. See, production version, why it is using is production version. Okay, fine. Production version is a linking. It is a linking of the BOM and routing. Okay. So bill of material, there maybe I given an example of
Yeah, I think you told me just like beyond one and routing two
yeah
and
this
like
one.
that, na?
Correct.
Mm.
If one is to one is there, that's also possible. But if more than one is there, right, then how we can link? That is through production version. And it is mandatory for the process industries. Okay, even HANA, now HANA is required. It is mandatory for all. Production version is must. Okay.
Mhm.
So
Like two bomb for work
no bomb is
one work
available.
center.
No, no, no. You don't confusion. Work center is see. Work center is the part where the costing parameter we are maintaining. Okay.
Okay.
That work center is assigned to the routing actually.
Hmm.
You may recall CA01 T code.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Fine. Okay. in that routing you are getting all detail of the work center. But
Mhm.
what production version will do, it is linking BOM and the routing. Anyway, that work center is already, it is inside to the routing only.
Mhm.
Okay. So what is routing? Where you are doing the step by step processes, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So this linking is done through this production version. Okay. Once production version is used for the, this is what a routing and BOM is used for the MRP as well, and costing relevant data, even goods issue, if required, we can assign in the production version. And this is what, see, the production version you can assign by mass by the T code C223, else in MM02 transaction, okay, in MRP4 view, MRP4 view, or in work scheduling view.
There is the
Here
path
you can ask.
for
Yeah, yeah,
configuring. Huh?
yeah, yeah. Actually, usually people's in the business they are going for a MRP2, MRP4 view or work scheduling view. Okay,
Mhm.
if they having a mass transaction, SAP given the T code SC223. From this, we can create the production version in the mass level. Okay,
Mass level means more
you
than.
more than one. Yes,
Mhm.
more than one. These are the steps. Okay, complete step is there. Enter the T code, enter the T code, give the plant material. The steps also there, right?
Mhm.
Third, you have to give the which material. Same material may replicate here. 429, 429. What is the production version? You can give the production version name. What is the text? Production version text and valid from when you created. You create
Mhm.
today, today's date to end date. Okay. Lot size. From lot size you are not given here. Two lot size. This is the SAP standard. Then alternative bomb is the one, and this is for the alternative one, and the standard is BOM, which
Mhm.
bomb it is production. Okay, those, and what is the group, what is the group counter, and you have to select here routing actually for the discrete manufacturing, and for
Mhm.
others this process rate routing for the REM, and process for the other types. But as a discrete, you have to select this, here is a routing. Once this is done, fill all this field, press enter, go to the next screen. Here, you have to select it and select this consistency check. Here, the screen is appearing, right? This is the second.
Mhm.
Once this is done, system will check in the back end whether the data, whatever the user enter is correct or wrong. If that is correct, then it will, that yellow mark is changed to green. Okay. And this pop-up will come. This will show that task list is exist. Task list means what? Iqbal,
Mhm.
what is task list? Task list is nothing but routing. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, and bomb. So if both are available, that this pop-up is shows that this two is available. Once that is done, this yellow is changed to green. This coloring.
Mhm.
Thing. The same way, if you do in MM02, same it is working like this only.
Mhm.
Production version is shared. That's it. If that is green comes means that is okay. Your production version is available. If you do from C2 to 3, you can check in MM02 and confirm whether it is created or not. Okay. So before going, I will add some points here again. See. So there are the in production planning, there are the three major manufacturing sectors, or we can say those are discrete manufacturing, repetitive manufacturing, and process industry. Okay, we are completely studying about the discrete manufacturing. Okay, here. So what are all the master data is required? That's we learned till date. One is material master, BOM, work center, task list, and orders. Order is I told this is a transactional data, correct? Orders
Mhm.
is the end product. For that we are working all these data. Okay. So for this, these are the common. See, for discrete manufacturing, you are creating the material master by MM01 and BOM by CS01 and work center is CR01. This should be created, right? Task
Yeah.
list is nothing but routing. The T code is CA01. And ultimately, DSLR is ready and there is a planning activities we have to takes place. So how this is a today class we're going to do for the planning. And the order is there. Na? This is the execution part, production execution. Okay. So this is about the clear picture about discrete manufacturing master data till this. And this is the execution part. Likewise, repetitive manufacturing is also same. Material master is the same T code, BOM same, but work center CR01 and rate routing is 821. Okay, 22 and 23. There's only difference. Here you're getting the production order, but here planned order you're getting. You have to convert it into this is production scheduling. There is a profile is there. It is still planned order only. You are getting the planning data, but after that there is a PCC run, costing run. Those data we are learn in the next coming sessions.
Production line is nothing but work center, right?
Work centers. Okay. Likewise, process industry, metal master, BOM. Here we called as a resource.
Okay.
Resource C or C1 actually. Here C1, C2. Here the work center we called in the processing is a resource, and the task list in the process industry is master recipe C201, okay, 202, 203. This is the T code for master recipe. Here we getting the planned order converted into process order,
Hmm.
and this is production order. Here we get the planned order. Okay, this is our overall production process in the PP. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
But this order, all the terminology is all changed, but
Yeah,
the thing is
yeah.
same.
Concept
Yeah.
is same. You are true. You are true. Okay. Only the terminology is different. Very few, but little bit more in the master recipe. But I think these all are same only. Routing and
Mhm.
rate routing, not much.
Master
Because
recipe in the process, there is some recipe, so that should be
yeah,
available
there
there.
are resources added to this master recipe.
Mm.
And there will be
Resources is the like consumables and these things. Huh?
no. Don't confusion. Resource is nothing but work center in
Okay.
process industry.
Mm.
That's what I hear you shown here. Okay. This is the work center resource. See here you do the
So
process order.
why code this different T code use? There is additional data is required.
Yes, correct. And some of like graphs, those related. And this one is do the confirmation based on the phase. And here we do the confirmation based on the operation. So in depth, there is a bit changes in this.
Mm.
The rest of this, as you said, there is a concept, everything is the same.
Mm.
Okay. So this is about overall about uh, production processes. Then come to here. Yeah, one more point I need to add before come here. Yeah. So we completed those master data, correct? Up to works production version. So now we just overlook on, for example, In routing, you recall routing, you are maintaining the processes, right? Step by step processes. Okay, there you are maintaining the setup time, machine time, and labor times. Am I true? This is you maintaining the routing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting you.
Setup time. Yeah. Yes.
This is from the work center. It is
Mm.
copied to the routing. Okay.
Yeah.
For example, there you observed there is a base quantity. For
Mm.
example, for 1 kg of material, 1 kg component for manufacturing, setup time is required. Examples, okay, this much. And the machine hour is 5 hours. Labor hour is 10 hours. This means for 1 kg manufacturing, this much time is consuming. Okay. Then
Mm.
for 10 kg is how much? This 10 kg, when we going to calculate means during the production order creation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Every time production order is not for 1 kg. The kg is based on their base unit of
Base unit. Yeah.
okay. It may be kg, it may be pieces, it may be each. Okay. So as per this logic, for example, 1 kg is 0.8. There is, I told you during the work center class, there is a setup time is no changes. For 1 kg also, how much is defined hours, and for 10 kg also the same hours. Okay. But for machine hour changes. If 1 kg is 5 hours and 10 kg should be proportionate 50.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is what hours. It is again in the
Mm-hmm.
hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so but this is what these are the planned times. Am I right?
Yes.
Planned timing. So this is the planning timing. Then how to calculating the cost of goods manufacturing. So how this is calculated is we called as COGM, cost of goods manufactured. So I told you this price FICO is maintaining the hour rate in KP26. Okay.
Mm.
For example, per 1 hour, the rate is 5 rupees per hour. Okay.
Mm.
So for point 0.8 is how much? This much. Okay. Proportionate
Mm.
calculation
Yeah.
only.
Yeah. Yeah.
For example, if 50 for 10 kg is a 50, then the per hour rate for example they maintain for this activity price is 10, then obviously it is 500, then 20. So like this calculation, if you add this whatever
Mm.
the uh, hours the rate is mentioned is good cost of the goods manufactured 2505.
Mm.
Okay, this one example for your understanding.
Mm.
Okay, any doubt here?
And the setup time, why not change?
That's what I'm telling. Setup time is the time taken for the first job you're throwing out.
Okay.
For first job, it is not again cycle time. It is only for the setups, offline
Mm-hmm.
activity.
Mm-hmm.
You remember I told you
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
there is a job fixture you may used for that machine, right? Fixture
Mm-hmm.
time,
Okay.
throwing.
Okay. Got
Okay,
it.
that's not frequently changing based on the
Mm-hmm.
quantity. It's one
Mm-hmm.
time. Okay, that's why
Mm-hmm.
this formula also there is only setup formula is available.
Mm-hmm.
Machine time is there is a machine time into operation quantity divided by base quantity by splits is there. Correct. So
Mm-hmm.
likewise, this is what the costing parameter in the PP.
Mm-hmm.
This is a calculation for the cost of goods manufactured. This is the clear the basic about uh, costing, how we calculate. So that is the done. So what we going to today's class is SOP, correct? Sales
Mm-hmm.
operation planning. What SOP is? SOP is sales operation planning. So how you going to plan in a business? You have to understand, right? So how you
Mm-hmm.
going to plan? For example, now your master data, everything is ready. Now you have to the production, the business going to plan based on what scenario business will do the requirement, right? That is
Mhm.
SOP given. One is a SOP sales operation planning. SOP having a two things. One is standard SOP, another one is flexible planning. But most of the industry is not using this one due to their the disadvantages, or the requirement is not matching to the present businesses. Okay. And one more, if SOP is not fulfilled, system given the requirement by MD61 T code is there. Their user or business can enter their requirements. Okay. The funda behind SOP is based on the history, right? Based on the sales history. So we can enter and we just go through and find out how this system going to helping out. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sharing your screen. Sales operation planning. Okay. Just
Yeah.
going to understand what is this. Sales operation planning is the flexible forecasting and the planning tool it is, okay, with which
Mhm.
based on the sales, production, and other supply chain targets can be set on the basis of historical, existing, and estimated future data. Correct? So
Yeah.
this is what the main thing for the SOPs. It's giving you future planning based on the historical data.
Yes.
Okay. So SOP is suitable for the finished material only. Correct.
Mhm.
We can find out, for example, in the market, what is the, for example, if we take the TV sold out in the past 1 year or 6 months, right? Based on
Mhm.
that, we do plan based on the calculation, future planning going to take place. And it is for FG material only. Components not
Mhm.
required.
Mhm.
So SOP plans, actually, it is linking with the demand management. You know, demand management, that is the next concept of production planning. Once
Mhm.
this is done, after the SOP is add on. So then we go for the demand management. Okay. So demand, like that your requirement. Okay.
Requirement. Yeah.
So this form the it what it gives is planned independent requirement. That is we called in the terminology of SPP is PIR. Okay, and it is
Mhm.
help to it is feeding to the MRP and MPS. This is again planning tool in PP. One is master production scheduling for the critical and high costly component, and a normal production planning. It is a planning tool. Okay, material requirement planning. Okay, this will we have to study further classes. Okay, so it is feeding to that. So come to sales operation planning, SOP is made up of two applications. I told you. One is standard SOP. Okay.
Mhm.
Another one is flexible planning. And if
Mhm.
you are learning and you have to write the SAP certification,
Most company are using, I think, flexible.
okay, because there is
Yeah.
customization, the
Yeah. Yeah.
changes is there. Anything, do you are aware about standard SOP?
No, I never, but I understand this concept
Just
because the requirement and this forecasting.
yeah, we understand
So.
that now. Okay.
Mhm.
So there is a differences you can see in my screen. One is standard SOP that we're going to study today, and flexible planning. What is the difference between this is it is largely pre-configuration. That means there is a infrastructure is there. Okay, SAP given the standard infrastructure as a S076. Okay, that is based on that it is a pre-configured, no changes, the user cannot change anything, that's already
Mhm.
available. Okay,
Mhm.
then it is based on the product groups. So what is product group is product group is based on their attributes or the similarity. Okay, so that we can, for example, you can take the Maruti Suzuki, right? Maruti Suzuki is manufacturing different vehicles, right? For example, Alto they manufacturing, Swift they are manufacturing. In the Alto again there is a different colors, right?
Yeah, yeah.
White colors, right? So based on the colors and for the Alto, that is one product group.
Mhm.
Getting you?
Yes, yes.
So one more Maruti Suzuki. If there is in the Maruti Suzuki in the Swift, there is again different color. It is there for the different colors, and in the Swift there is a one product group. Okay, so that is it is the standard SOP is for the product group only, whereas planning hierarchy that we will find out in the next session. The flexible planning. What are the hierarchies? Hierarchy is nothing but there is a different links, right?
Mm-hmm.
But here it is based on only product groups only, but ultimately the planning is goes for the material only. Okay, we are planning for material planning. So here there is a level by level planning is there and consistency planning is there. So there is a proportionate structure. For example, yeah, I will give one here example. We take Samsung. If Samsung, there is a model is there, right? Galaxy Z, Galaxy X, F. If there is a color, different color is there. So if you plan for this Z Galaxy X, this is the product group. Okay, for Galaxy X. This is further next Galaxy. So likewise, so what is example is the example for the where we are. So level by level planning and consistency planning. We understand this. What is the consistency planning is, for example, the end product, the FG product we are manufacturing for example, 200 is there. And there are the two component we suppose we take as a X and this is a Y component. Okay, there is a differentiation based on the disaggregation. For example, if the 100% planning is there, this we proportionate as, for example, 40% of this, and this is a 60%.
Mm-hmm.
So how the consistency is works is if 200 is the target quantity of 40 is how much? This is 80.
ATS.
Is 80 and the remaining
120.
120. Okay, this system will differentiate, system will decide, disaggregate, right? That
Mm-hmm.
proportionate going to divided like this. If we are maintaining, this is consistency planning. Okay, for example, is 200 is divided into for X for 80 and for Y for 120. Whereas whereas the level by level planning is not depends on your material. Okay, user can change based on their requirement, the proportionate going to change. That is the difference between this level by level and consistency planning. And this is standard planning table. I told the infrastructure is there, S076, correct? So based on this, the standard SOP works. And this is a multiple option for the customizing. Yeah, you told now all companies are use flexible planning. Why? Because the user can change, business can change based on their requirement. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and this about the difference. Yeah, what is the infrastructure? So in standard SOP, the infrastructure is S076. You cannot change this. You cannot delete this. Okay, it is pre-configured. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
information structure is the statistic file containing the operational data. Okay, there is a characteristics is there, key figure is there, period unit is there. There are the new no, new few terminologies coming. Okay, you can understand that. Where is characteristics? See, this is a characteristics. This is a organizational components where you are planning for the material based on the plant. Okay, this we called as a characteristics, whereas key figures are based on the sales data or production or stock level. Based on that, the planning going to take place, and unit is there. Okay, unit details. So there are the characteristics, key figures, and the period unit already configured in the standard SOP. That infrastructure is S076. It is nothing but actually table. S076 is the table. Okay, there our data is going to stored planning data. Next, come to planning method that we understood, right? There are the three planning methods. One is consistency planning, level by level planning, and delta planning. Nowadays, this delta planning is absolute. This is not used, okay, anywhere, but this is there. But for the flexible planning, both are using, and for the level by level planning is for standard SOP. Okay, for those details, it is your this consistency planning, planning hierarchy is there, level by level planning, planning levels. Okay, it is stored in the planning levels, and those differences is mentioned. What is the differences between these two? Yes. And there is a planning type is there. Okay, so this is a planning type. Standard SAP gives this planning types like sales data, production, stock level, target stock level. This is for standard SOP. There are the three planning type is there. SAP will show you this. Yeah, this is the planning types actually. SOP KAPA, SOP Kappa, SOP Kapam, SOP DIS. Some interview, this may ask, not interview, or even some SAP PP examination. Okay, just remember planning types. So, majorly SAP Kappa is used for the product group. So, product group we are using for the standard SOP. For the individual material Kapam and product hierarchy. Hierarchy is for flexible planning, correct?
Yes.
The standard SAP DS is used for as a planning types. This is about basics about SOP. Then we now going to learn about what is standard SOP. Okay. So I told you there is a planning and execution is there. Now we are understand what is the planning activity. So standard SOP comes largely pre-configured, right? And there is a infrastructure is S076 and it is used for the level by level planning. And SOPs works on the product groups, not product hierarchy. What is product group? Product group is nothing but this we understood, right? Product group is combines the product on the material. This combines depends on uh, product cycle, product design. That should be same, okay? And market condition or a business based on the business. If there is a uniform, those groups we called as a product groups. Then come to, yeah, you understand what is this product groups. For example, you take a rotary pump is there. Okay. If rotary pump is there, there is a light duty rotary pump, heavy duty rotary pump. That we can define or differentiate as the product groups. Okay. For example, in the light duty, again there is we have to get the planning for this material. There is a professional, correct? For
Hmm.
example, the product group is 100% is there. That divided into product group A 60%, product B is 40%. Again, this 100% is divided into 50, 30, it is 100. So ultimately, the proportionate or disaggregation we called as this going to work for the level by level planning in standard SOP. The example for the multi-level product groups, how the product groups are defined. Planning type we understood there are three planning types: SOP Kappa, Kappa and SAP DS. This is the sales standard sales operation planning, the process flows. Okay. Standard SOPs is already configured, right? It is a pre-configured in SAP. The one is creation of the product groups. The T code is MC84. And one more T code for MC23. MC23. Infrastructure we can see by this T code. Okay. So So first we have to create in the standard SOPs product group to be created by the T code MC84. Then inactive version, the plan we have to create. The plan is creating for by the T code MC81. Then we have to disaggregate. We are proportionate. Okay, that I told you, 100% is divided into 50-50 or 60-40. That proportionate based on the business requirement. That to be do by MC76. Then that plan to be converted into active version by the T code MC78. Then we have to transfer the SOP plan to demand management MC75. Okay, this going to hit in MD61, that is planned independent requirement. Then once planning is done, the next part is MRP, material requirement planning. This is fed to the MRPs. Okay, it may be demand management or MRP or master production scheduling. Is it clear?
Hmm.
Get inside the SAP and take one example and we'll see how it is working. Babu,
1, 2, 3.
so first we understand where is infrastructure, standard infrastructure is available. Go logistic information structure system, logistic data warehouse, databases, information structure, maintain self-defined information structure. Here I told you it is pre-configured, so we cannot change S076. So this is the same T code MC23. You can display the pre-configured standard SOP S076. Okay, this is having a characteristics of product group is a plant version and key figures are sales, production, stock level. Okay, this is about the display infrastructure. So this is already pre-configured. For example, if you go to try to change this infrastructure, System will give you message that it will you cannot you are unable to change, delete, nothing. You cannot create the same because SAP is configured. This is okay for the sales operation planning, right? So this is about SO06. What is SO76 is? It is nothing but SAP table actually. This is a table. This much data already available. So from 2000, 1994, the version they are created, which plant, different plant. These are the sales data. Sales data converted into production. Even stock level also there. Target stock level, day supply. Okay. So first we have to go before going. Need some material to be available. Okay.
Mm.
I created some material. Check this. What is the change T code, Iqbal?
MM02.
MM02 is the T code. Here we can check this is available. Okay. Check one. This is the FG01. Okay. Basic data. For this FG component, we are going to do or we are do for the planning. Okay. Standard SOP.
Mm.
Okay. So basics all data is available. So base unit is PC. Remember, then no, then nothing problem. This is both the what is X procurement type. X means
Explain
both the procurement.
both.
No?
No internal, not external.
Nows are external. Pen is there. Master data. Production version you can create here. Okay. Here as well as this is also production version. Okay. So give production scheduling profile. Not required. Just I'm entering. This is for we try for the two component. Okay. We make it one product group for that. So 24 and 25. 0302 classification 1 this PD EX 31 5 5 10 MRP 7920. So two component is ready. Okay. So what we do initially, so we understood this what is S076, how to see the infrastructure, correct? MC23 is the T code or the path is shown. From there you can find out the infrastructure. There is a characteristics and key figures. We understand that. Now we going to create the product group. So what is the T code? Class NENC 84. This is the process flow for the SOP creation. First product group going to create by MC84. So give I'm creating the product group
Mm.
plant for 1000. Our base unit is actually PC pieces, correct?
Mm.
Pieces and material. Just sharing this. So product group for the material, enter. Now in the create product group, there is a material number is there, plant is there, aggregation factor, proportionate. So we have two materials. One is 24, another one 25. So to enter this component 24 and 25. For which plant? We are doing for the 1000 plant. Always aggregation factor as a standard SAP to give 1:1. So we'll take 60% of this, fine,
Hmm.
proportionate, and second component for the 40%. Okay, to enter this and enter in your keypad, this material is fetched to the system. Just taking the slide. Next. If this is done, so you are creating the product group of these two component, FG1 and FG2. Okay, FG1 should be 60%, FG2 should be 40% proportionate. Just save this state. So product group is created. What is the
No
next
any,
report?
no any number generation.
No generation. Product group we already defined, right? That
Hmm.
name is that in that name it is showed. The data is saved. Okay.
Hmm.
The what is the second step? So inactive version, correct? But to create
Hmm.
the inactive version, create the plan for the inactive version. The P code is for MC. Not getting. Copy this. MC81 creating the inactive version. First you have to define as a inactive version. So go create MC81. So product group is create plan initial screen. Product group is game, correct?
Hmm.
And we are doing the, yeah, we're creating the plan based on the product group and plant. Sorry. Next, go inside. So system will throw in one enough inactive version, the next inactive version, available inactive version. Okay, till date this much is created. I think this is the inactive version 0001.
What is the mean of inactive version?
So there is a standard version is there. Okay.
Hmm.
A00 is the standard version SAP configured, but inactive version where we have to convert that inactive version to active version. We are just saving one of the version. Okay. So there is a version we created, any version that is start from 0001 till system gives. Okay, up to that, though sales operation planning that saves in the inactive version initially. The planning data is saved here.
Oh.
Okay, before disaggregation, we have to do
Hmm.
this step first. Once this version is created, I told there is a planning, right? Rough cut plan is there. Okay, planning types, SAP Kappa. So those standard is system throws the data. We are getting the sales data from the sales team for the month. For example, this month maybe 1000, or the 6 month, for example, we got these data. 5 month it takes. This is the requirement we got from the sales team. So if you hit enter, you're getting the sales data. You have to enter. So these sales data to be converted into production. So how to do that? This is now sitting in the stock level. Go to edit, do the production plan, synchronize to sales. Okay. So we going to do based on the sales plan. We are planned for the future months as a these are the production. This is done. You just save it or take the screenshot. This is a synchronization. So if you create the path as well, production, synchronize. So when this is done, we have to save the data. Okay, plan
Okay.
under the version under the inactive version 0006 saved. What is the next step? Once the inactive, the plan we completed from MC81, we go for the disaggregation of this plan based on this product group, right? So that is MC76. And to do the disaggregation by this method, we'll keep it in a system as well. Save that. So MC76 is the next T code. Okay. Change the plan. Just so you have to select the inactive version because you are created with inactive version, right?
Yeah.
Select this inactive version. And this is 76. Go to next. What is your present inactive version you created is 0005. Okay, system gives this data. And till that, this much only. Nobody's are used. So system gives this inactive version as 0005. So today we created. Next, select this, go. So see, this is fetch from that inactive version, right? We mentioned as
Hmm.
60% and 40%, and this is consistency. It is not level by level plan. It's not consistency planning. Okay.
Yes.
So what you do, you select the create sales plan, disaggregate the sales plan, stock balance, enter. We'll take this screenshot. You do, there is a 60% we get from the planning active version. You have to select create sales plan. You have to disaggregate and stock balance we required. Then you have to execute. Go continue. Your
sales
005.
requirement.
This is a requirement. But plan synchronized sales not copied. 24 per thousand. 25 is the thousand. You 1 minute. Save the plan. No. This one only, correct? Plan fifth.
Version is 5 or 6.
That's what. Six, right?
Yeah, yeah, 6.
That's what I took this. Wait. Um, six. Okay. Six. Not here. That is it.
But here data is okay.
I mean, data okay, but RCP, okay. Oh, 7 came. It's not coming. 1000, 2000, 1000. So, edit, query, synchronized to sales, save. It is saved. Next step is MC 76, correct? MC 76, disaggregate. We require the inactive version. Oh, this is a problem. 7. Okay. So 60 40 you mentioned. I want to create sales plan. I want to disaggregate stock balance. Enter. Okay. Now data floated. So for example, now 1000. The first component is 60% of 1000 is 600. Correct.
Yeah.
And next should be second one is 400. This is the disaggregation actually.
Yeah.
Okay. So we take this. So completed disaggregation. Careful during that selection. Okay. So then so you getting the proportionate. If 200 of 60, 1800, correct?
Hmm.
And remaining is 800. So this is actually not
1200.
200. Okay.
Hmm.
So system is system only disaggregated based on the proportional factor we mentioned in the during the creation of the plan, that is inactive version plan in MC 8024. Okay. So this is done. So where we are, just cross check. So this part is done. Product is done. Group is done. So this quantity entered. This one entered. Segregate inactive version. Implement. Done. This is created. Okay. Next step we go for. Okay. This is anyway they completed. One again we can do for the disaggregation for the this components level. Go to edit production plan synchronized and save. So you are getting version we took actually 6. Now it is new version is 7. We got it as 7. So once the disaggregation is done, then we have to convert inactive version into active version. Okay. So the next 78, we have to convert the inactive to active version. Fine. So code is 78. So now you have to copying, correct? So what is the source version? 7. Okay.
Yeah, this is
We'll take our source version as a 7 and the target version as A00. Okay.
what A00?
This is the standard version. Standard. Target version is always standard only. So this is what our fourth step is telling. Inactive version to the active version. Active version is A00. Okay. Standard provide system provides. So I'm just copying this. Why it is moving next it? So you have to enter this your present source version. Then act target version should be A00. So then if any available plan in the target version, old data going to deleted during the copying. A00 already exists. Okay. Hit enter. It is telling before copying takes place, target is to be reset. You have to tell yes, you can do that. Because I don't want, right? Old data I don't want. I want whatever now I given the planning data that to be saved in active version. Yes. So this active version, this is the next step you get. But one thing we need to give the date as well. Wait,
So if we have multi
from zero.
versions, then
Multi. Multi version individually you have to do. 31.
no, that time also, no, when we are going to, like same, we are making for different material, okay,
Mm. Mm.
and then the version is same. When we are changing active to inactive, inactive to active, so then A00 we have
A00,
put there.
A00, then that time, if there is a old data, I told there is a very other case, correct? We are used for the other versions, and those data we have to delete it. Else, you can take present also, no issue. That time, inactive it. If you are doing version, why you creating different versions? In the initially single version also, there is an option for multiple material you can assign it. Na?
Hmm.
That you can do. Then you copy from the single version only. There is no question of different versions, right? In the single version only, whatever multiple material you can assign it and create the inactive version, then disaggregate from whatever the proportionate required. Then you copy that version to standard version. In that case, old you don't consider. That's it. Fine. Now I'm just given the date. Then this one is now active version. You got all datas in active version. Okay. And taken this under this data, copy this. Remember. So all data is copied to the active version. Next step is you have to transfer to demand, right? transfer this data to MC75 is the T code. What is the demand? Demand demand
Requirement.
management where your PIR you going to plan, correct? Okay. That is from 75. So I'm going to create slash MC. So came right a default. We created product group. Okay. Our version now I transferred to
7.
A0.
Uh,
So it taken from will take from 01 to any date and 6 months. What is invisible transfer means background it will work. Okay. Will take as a foreground. Then there is a strategy we used 10. 10 means strategy type is requirement type is LSF and version as a standard it should be 00 and active. These details to be entered here. This due to this hectic steps, don't standard only, but flexible again too difficult. That's why people are not preferring. Business is not accepting this. Once this is done, so what you need to do, you have to you define the product group is you just cross check, plan version is you transport A00 and all data you enter. After that, enter the transfer now. Okay, this is the actually T code for the PIR. Okay, so before that, one thing I not shown you. Sorry, let it the same. We check whether the stock requirement list, the PP guys, the PP business are checking from the T code MD04. Okay, stock requirement list and first hour is 24 and 25. We check for the 24 if there is any planning is there or not. This is stock requirement list. Demand data. You can check, cross checking.
that data is required. Huh?
Data should not be there before running.
Uh,
Not there. Okay. Just cross check this whether data is there or not. Even this is 25. For 24 also we can check. 24. Refresh. No data. Clear? So what we do? Now we are transferring and 24 is how much 60%, right?
yeah.
Same proportionate it is converted here, so we got the data. This is as per the 60% data available. And another one is what you do, just you save it. After saving, the next is 25 na? The 400
25. Yeah.
it will come 25. So why it is jumping. So this proposal is saved in the second component. Next step is so if likewise if too many component is there, you have to save it. Then requirement was saved in this product group. Now we need to cross check by checking these details. Default product area is there. This is the requirement. Correct? This one to be do manually as well. This floated through standard SOP. This LSF means that we requirement we entered, right? because the strategy is 10. So those data you can check here. So planning time efficiency is 10, strategy group is 10. That's why it came as a LSF. Material type is a SFI1. Okay, no issue. So 25 also we cross check, enter, should be 400. Correct?
Yeah.
This is the requirement. Now, after getting this requirement, this to be converted into MRP. To do the MRP, you are getting the requirement data. That means planned orders.
Yeah.
This is this is major that PP relevant stock relevant data you can check from the or any analysis. In support case, some users are changing the quantities. Okay, those details are we can cross check by this stock requirement list. Even the same data we can enter by the T code MD61. This is demand management actually. Okay. For example, I'm taken the component 25525FG 1000 version is we entered 00 only, same you have to enter. So what I do for the month, or you can give as a week demand on entering. That one is a monthly. So this division we given from the SOP. So what is the now month week we can find out. I will give this as a 500 25. So if you check this in MD04 25, this data again that 500 is added. You observed this is the data 500 sixth week monthly. This is day divided. This is a week wise changes. This is a monthly planned we got from the SOP. So this is about the planning related data. For you, I will add here that details as a favorite. Wait, object, insert folder, and recipe. Inside standard recipe, I am adding transaction. What is the first T code for creating the product group? You can see 84. Okay. Second T code for inactive version, MC planning in inactive version, MT81. Next step is disaggregate. So T code is MC76. Then insert transaction active inactive to active version 78. Then copying demand management MC 70. Transfer to demand management. Okay. Likewise, so any data you require, you can copy and make it as in a standard details. Favorite.
So yeah, this you creating the path, huh?
I created a path in this user ID. You only using right? 30.
Yeah,
30 user 10.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So from this you can, or the complete, the steps is given anyway. Okay, you can follow, and the steps you can follow. Sales operation is done. Then there is a changing sales to production, convert inactive version to active version. You have to enter source version. You have to give target, then this rough cut planning, and transfer the plan to demand management. Now the business got the demand. Once this is done, this can transfer. These are the paths. Version A0 determines the set of the version. So this is where the demand going to floated. So once this business got that demand, that go the planning activity going to takes place based on the MRP. Okay, the MRP may be single item, single level, single item, multi level, and there are MPS planning is there. So system based on this requirement, system convert it into planned orders. This we can see in MD04. So during the practice, you can complete follow these steps. You know, or I anyway taken that screenshot. I will add that one as well. So this is about the SOP details. You can refer these materials if required your practice. Okay. So anyway, it is there. And so next we go for the any doubt till here you can ask.
No, we can do the practice tomorrow then.
How to do? Yeah, to do practice. If any doubt, you can ask me. Anyway, this screenshot is there step by step. You know. You cannot miss any screenshots here. And bit critical is one the flexible planning. Okay. This is not pre-configured. So user can configure based on their characteristics. They can change. Okay. So key unit. So those data can be used based on the business need. Or then planning going to take place. Then once that planning is done, then
So that how that create with the same process.
there is a different step is there. At least this steps going to join, but before that, these are the steps to be followed.
Flexible planning.
Visible planning. There are the two planning method is there, right? That is one is consistency planning and level by level planning is there, and we are not copying that pre-configured info records. So here standard SOP we are going for the S076 as the info record, whereas in the process flow here is different. So we have to create the infrastructure by MC21, activate infrastructure 22, assign the planning parameter to the structure MC7F. We can assign this one also. You try to assign this, creating the planning hierarchy, creating planning time to macros. Macros means where the system will calculate the proportionates, create the proportionate factors, planning the planning table. These all are same the path of standard, but T code is different. Again, the last step is there. Transfer planning data to demand management, MC90. Whereas we are using MC75 in standard SOP.
So that we do in the second class.
We'll do this one in the second class. No issue. Okay.
For today is
You
enough.
got this? Yeah. You got these all materials, right?
Yeah.
SOP?
Yeah. SOP.
You got it.
Yeah. I just did the practice then.
Okay.
Just to share this one, this Excel sheet.
Which Excel?
that you're yeah, this one.
Materials, huh? Just
Yeah,
note it
material.
on the material. Which data you required?
This sheet. So
Materials only,
there
no?
is.
Material is enough. These all are same in that materials only I copied. Huh? You can take the screenshot if you record right now.
Mr. Iqbal, you can also get it from the recording part. And
Yeah,
plus,
yeah.
Mr. Shekhar, what the Mr. Iqbal is asking that he will have a track record of the courses from the Excel sheet that you are just jotting down.
Which one? This one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, this sheet one, sheet two, like you're
Actually,
But
we
putting
don't
some.
have that. Mr. Iqbal is taking that spreadsheet. You can share the spreadsheet via Google Meet.
yeah, yeah. But
So
you
Mr.
can
Iqbal can
understand,
download.
Iqbal, there's maybe a mix-up
No,
actually. Subsheet is
no.
different. No issue, right?
Yeah, yeah, no issue.
Hmm.
For convenient, because
You
when
can.
yeah, I can require it from this. I can just take copy and this one.
Okay. No issue.
Okay.
Okay, I can share it. Not an issue. Okay. What else?
Okay.
Any doubts? And you just any if you during the practicing, if you get any doubts or any errors, just note it down. Okay. Share across.
Okay.
If possible, I'm available. I will definitely help you immediately. Or in the next class, it is possible we can discuss, resolve it, and proceed further. Is it
Okay.
fine?
Okay. Thank
Okay. Yeah.
So tomorrow,
Thank
at
you.
what time we will be having at the station?
Tomorrow again, evening is okay, right? Iqbal?
you. Yeah. Okay.
After 5.
Yeah. Okay.
Tomorrow, no constraint, right? In the timing and all. Second half.
Yeah. Okay. No problem. Six
Okay.
o'clock and 7 o'clock.
6 or 7. We decide. We will,
Uh,
yeah, chat in that WhatsApp, Iqbal. We'll decide tomorrow. Huh?
okay.
Anyway, the second half only.
Okay.
Okay. Okay then.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Iqbal and Shikha.
Thank you.